What is going on, guys? It's Spartanium here, and I want to make a quick video since I've noticed that a lot of people have had trouble with consistently getting wins in the Gulag while playing Call of Duty Warzone. Although it might seem like a random 1v1, there's actually a lot you can do for yourself to help get the upper hand while playing, and if any of these tips help you out, please make sure to drop a like and follow for more Warzone content. The first and most important thing that you can do to increase your chance of winning in the Gulag is having good crosshair placement. When you enter the pit, you have a few seconds where you can see where your opponent goes before the fight. Not only can you tell which direction the enemy might go, but with this information, the first thing you should do is aim at the height of their head and keep your crosshairs at that level for the rest of the fight. This is especially important while using deagles or magnums, since getting a headshot is an instant kill. The next important tip that I think a lot of new players ignore is to not constantly sprint while using shotguns. Sure, it might be tempting to rush the enemy spawn and get an early kill, but by sprinting, you drastically increase the time it takes to fire. My personal recommendation is to sprint to mid, but stay at hipfire from that point on. Next, it's important to put yourself on the offensive, but also recognize how your opponent is playing. You might want to camp at spawn and let the enemy come to you, but this is risky since there are so many angles that the enemy can peek. It's important to get to the middle of the map as fast as possible, then find out if the enemy is moving forward or camping. If they do end up camping, make sure to use your equipment if provided to your advantage, but if you don't have any, a resourceful way to find the enemy is to see where the other inmates are throwing their rocks. People in the Gulag are always tempted to throw rocks at people in the pit, especially if they're standing still, and in a way, sort of acts like a primitive UAV for you. There's a couple of gimmicks that can also help you get Gulag wins, although they're not as important as the previously mentioned tips. If you have trouble seeing people in the Gulag, try to spray anyone that's waiting with you, since inevitably one of them will be your opponent. By tagging them with a bright color, it makes them a bit easier to see, making long distance shots easier to make. Another tip, although a bit based on chance, is that when you get a C4, place it on the ground somewhere relatively close to the enemy. Don't detonate it right away, but let it sit. Chances are, people who are spectating you will notice the C4 and will likely do their best to hit it if the enemy passes by, giving you a lucky win. I definitely wouldn't count on this tip, but it's a fun idea nonetheless. I hope that at least one of these tips helped, and once again, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Warzone content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.